This tutorial will show how students can submit an assignment created on the iPad in Pages to their teacher. For example, in English this term, we're looking at writing an historical narrative on the famous Burke and Wills expedition. To prepare as a teacher for the submission of your assignments, you need to log into your Google Drive. There, create a folder where you'll be putting all your student assignments. Okay, now you have a folder ready for students to submit to when they complete their assignment. I'll now switch to the iPad. Okay, I'm currently in the Pages app. So if I was a student now, I would create a new document. There are a number of useful templates in here that you could select to make the appearance of your final historical narrative better. So I might just zip down here to this one, which I like the look of. This can now be edited by the student, and their final historical narrative can be typed up. So simply by tapping on the headline, I can replace that. I can also alter the size of the font. Those things can be done up here through this little paint icon. So I tap on that. We can see that a number of things can be manipulated, including the size and type of the font. So I'm just going to alter that. Okay, now if I return back to my document, I can add in my own title. Okay, that's done. Now, just on the document also, you can see that there is a template picture, which I might also like to replace. And I can do that once again by coming down to the bottom of the picture, and you'll notice a little plus icon. Tap on the plus icon. This gives you access to your camera roll, and if you have a pre-saved picture ready to go, like I do of the famous dig tree, I can then select that, and it automatically sizes that for me nicely into the document. By putting my finger on the picture, I can move it around a little bit if I'd like to reposition it on the document and make it a little bit higher. Then it's just a matter of double tapping on the areas of the document if I want to delete or alter them. So this part here, if I didn't want that, I could just tap on it once and press the delete icon. If I want to exchange this default text, I can tap on it, and once again I can delete it and add my own. So that can then be manipulated and altered to suit the student's assignment, and the same thing can be done for headers or footers. By tapping on that, it brings you into a doc setup screen where you can change that as well. So all those things can be easily customized. When the student's finished their assignment, you'll notice that the title of the assignment is still Simple Newsletter. It's important that we change that for the teacher. So we click back up into Documents, and we can see a thumbnail picture of that. To change the title, we click on Simple Newsletter, the title that is existing. To make it easy for the teacher to identify your document, the student needs to add their name in the title. So if it was John Smith, that needs to go on the title, and perhaps the title of the task, and click Done. Now we'd like to share that with the teacher. So we click up here on the share icon, open in another app, and now I select the document. If it's finished, completely finished, PDF, choose App, locate Google Drive, and tap on it, upload, and now it's uploaded. The final thing that the student needs to do is to click on the I and share it with their teacher. So this is currently in the student's own drive. By sharing it with the teacher will access a copy of it. So we tap on share, and the teacher's email address needs to go in here. So that will change depending on the teacher that you're submitting it to. Blue tick. It will then be uploaded. Okay, I'll return now to the teacher view. So leave the student iPad, return to the teacher view, back into their Google Drive. Now here in their Google Drive, I'll just close that. Here in their Google Drive, the teacher Google Drive, they have a Shared with Me tab. If I click on that, I can see any documents that have been recently shared with me, and that's the one just submitted by the student. Now it's just a matter of placing that in my own folder that I created for historical narratives. So by clicking on the check or the tick here, I've selected it. If I had multiple assignments that have been submitted at the end of a lesson, then holding the Shift key on the keyboard, I can go down to my last submitted assignment. For example, if these were all narratives, I could go down to here, holding down the Shift key, clicking the bottom one, it automatically selects the entire list. So a quick way to select multiple documents. That's not the case here, so I'm just going to uncheck these. And just for example purposes, I'll add in the one that I just did before. So with however many you want selected, now go up to More, Move to, select the folder you created, Historical Narratives, Move, and they now have been added to your folder for teacher marking purposes. So if I return to my drive and go into that folder, I can see I now have a copy of that student assignment. Okay, that's submitting assignments created in Pages to the teacher via Google Drive.